Jessica is escorted by her mom, Diane Collins. Jessica attended Rickman Elementary School and cheered with both the Rickman Bulldogs and the Overton County Junior Wildcats prior to LA. Jessica plans to attend Tennessee Tech and major in business. Leah Drake. Leah is escorted by her mother, Megan Sieber, and father, Brad Drake. Leah attended Rickman Elementary and cheered for the Overton County Junior Wildcats prior to Livingston Academy. Leah plans to attend Tennessee Tech, then go on to graduate school to earn a degree in pediatric physical therapy. Alyssa Gentry. Alyssa is escorted by her parents, Zach and Amber Gentry. Alyssa attended Woodbury Grammar School and cheered 5 years there prior to moving to Overton County. Alyssa plans to attend Volunteer State after graduation and major in diagnostic medical sonography program to become an ultrasound technician. Taylor Hall. Taylor is the daughter of Brandy Morgan and Marvin Hall of Livingston. Tonight she is escorted by grandmother Linda King and mother Brandy Morgan. Taylor attended and cheered at Allen's Elementary School prior to LA. Taylor plans to pursue a degree in elementary education at Tennessee Tech University. Chloe Morgan. Chloe is escorted by her parents, Mary and Jeremy Morgan. Chloe attended Rickman Elementary and cheered for the Overton County Junior Wildcats prior to LA. Chloe plans to attend the Tennessee College of Applied Technology and major in cosmetology. Madison Phillips. Madison is escorted by her parents, Jason and Amy Phillips. Madison attended and cheered at Rickman Elementary prior to LA. Madison plans to attend Tennessee Tech to pursue a bachelor's degree in elementary education. Kara Shope. Kara is escorted by parents Travis and Jennifer Shope. KB attended and cheered at Hillham Elementary prior to her 4 years at LA. KB is still narrowing down her college choices, but plans to attend college where she hopes to cheer and major in psychology. Marissa Speck. Marissa is escorted by her mother, Ashley Story, and father, James Speck. Marissa went to elementary school at A.H. Roberts, then middle school at LMS. She cheered for the Outlaws, Overton County Junior Wildcats, and Livingston Middle School. Marissa plans to attend the University of Tennessee at Knoxville to pursue a degree in veterinary science. The LA dance team has 2 seniors. The LA dance team brought home the most improved trophy from the UCA camp this year. Caitlin Gordon. Caitlin is escorted by her mom, Angela Petrella, and grandmother, Janice Petrella. Caitlin went to LMS and danced with the Overton County Junior Wildcats. Caitlin plans to attend East Tennessee State University and pursue a degree in speech pathology. Haley Winningham. Haley is escorted by her parents, Shannon and Ronald Winningham. Haley went to LMS and danced all 4 years on the Overton County Junior Wildcats dance team. She plans to major in nursing at Tennessee Tech University. This year, the band has brought home several awards during their competition season, including first place marching band, first place drum line, second place drum major, and second place color guard at the 2022 Volunteer Classic. Lily Beeson. Lily is escorted by her father, Tony Beeson. Lily attended Allens Elementary in Pickett County before LA. Lily plans to attend college to be an anesthesiologist. Dakota Bilbrey. Dakota is escorted by her parents, Dana and Jeremy Bilbrey. Dakota attended Hillham Elementary and was in the middle school band prior to LA. Dakota plans to attend Lee University and major in music. Nicholas Emmerich. Nicholas is escorted by his mother, Peggy Sperati. Nick attended A.H. Roberts as well as several schools in other states before settling at Livingston Academy. He plans to attend college and major in music. His goal is to be a college professor for saxophone. Sky Jordan. Sky is escorted by her parents, Richard and Terry Jordan. Sky attended Rickman Elementary and was in the middle school band. Sky plans to attend college to pursue a degree in film. Cole Story. Cole is escorted by his parents, Jeff and Jenny Story. Cole attended Allens Elementary and was in the middle school band program prior to LA. He plans to attend East Tennessee State University to major in pre-professional health sciences, then go on to medical school. The Livingston Academy football team has 9 seniors. All 9 seniors have played all 4 years for the Wildcats. Several began playing many years ago for the Overton County Outlaws and then the Junior Wildcats. Number 4, Josh Ramsey. Josh plays wide receiver and defensive back. Josh is escorted by his parents, Joe and Janet Ramsey. Josh attended Allens Elementary and played football for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. Josh plans to attend Tennessee Tech and pursue a degree in physical therapy. Number 12, Lachlan Hammock. Lachlan plays running back and linebacker. Lachlan is escorted by his parents, Chris and Emily Hammock. Lachlan attended LMS and played football for the Overton County Junior Wildcats. Lachlan is still narrowing down his plans for the future, but does plan to continue his education by attending college. Number 13, Nathan Kogel. Nathan plays wide receiver and defensive back. Nathan is escorted by his mother, Brenna Camp, and his father, Aaron Kogel. Nathan is still narrowing down his college choice, but does hope to play college football and pursue a degree in business. Number 68, R.J. Peer. RJ plays on the offensive line. RJ is escorted by his parents, Rory and Sharon Peer. RJ attended Rickman Elementary prior to LA, and he plans to attend college at Tennessee Tech University. Number 69, Chase Harris. Chase plays on both the offensive and defensive line. Chase is escorted by Coach Tanner Lacey tonight. Chase attended Rickman Elementary. Chase plans to join the workforce upon graduation. Number 79, Jonathan Langley. Jonathan plays on both the defensive and offensive line and as punter. John is escorted by his mom, Amanda Green, and his grandfather, Dennis Green. John attended Rickman Elementary, and he is still finalizing his future plans, but does plan to attend college. Number 80, Kyle Blodgett. Kyle plays linebacker and receiver. Kyle is escorted by parents April Henley and Lyle Blodgett. Kyle attended Hillhelm Elementary, and he plans to enlist in the U.S. Marines after graduation. Number 88, Logan Johnson. Logan plays tight end. Logan is escorted by his mother, Angie Johnson. Logan attended Rickman Elementary and has played football since he was 5 years old. He plans to attend college to pursue a degree in science. Senior football player Cameron Jackson was unable to be present at tonight's ceremony. Our student athletes will now present their parents with roses as a token of our appreciation for their support throughout all these Friday nights over the past 4 years. The coaches and teammates will now present gifts to all our seniors to recognize them. We wish all of these seniors success in their future plans. One more time, a round of applause for the 2022 Livingston Academy seniors.
Looking good right now, but it ain't kickoff yet. Too close to the game for that to be happening. Shouldn't have been that close.
close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
What about it, Dollar?
Hey Greg, I don't know if you can hear me or not. This is not the headset I'm talking to.
I can hear you a little bit, yeah. You ready for me to go?
For the prayer and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem by the Spirit of the Wildcats Marching Band and the raising of the American flag by members of the Overton County Honor Guard.
Please bow with me. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all the many blessings that you've blessed us with. We thank you for allowing us to gather here tonight, play this game of football. We ask you please be with both teams, keep them safe. Dear Heavenly Father, we pray a special prayer for Olivia Taylor and her family. We ask you please be with them through this time of grief. We ask you please keep all of us safe tonight as we head back to our houses, places of rest. We thank you for sending your son to die on the cross for our sins. In your son's holy name we pray. Amen.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Livingston Academy as the Livingston Academy Wildcats football team gets ready to play host to Upperman in a Region 4 4A matchup here tonight as the Upperman Bees still with a chance to finish first in the region. Livingston looking to get their first win of the season as Upperman comes in at 8-1 in this matchup with the Wildcats. Livingston comes in 0-9. The Wildcats trying to close out this year with a win. And boy, week 11, the last week in October, you couldn't ask for better weather than we've got here tonight with Livingston Academy playing at home. We were just talking earlier, weather has been perfect for football this year. The only night that might have been a little bit tough to deal with was Cookeville, the night that Livingston played Cookeville. A little humid, a little hot that night, but not too bad at all. Really, considering the time of year it was, and every other game has been just about perfect, and tonight is the same way. In Week 11, you can't ask for much better than a low 60s kick at the start of things, and that's what we've got here tonight with Livingston Academy taking on Upperman. Tonight, of course, senior night, they were recognized before the game started here, and there are 9 seniors on the roster for Livingston Academy. The senior band members, senior cheerleaders recognized as well. You saw that just a few moments ago, and we get ready now for kickoff. Before we get things underway, though, we'll take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center, Jerry's IGA, the Raines Family, W&O Construction, Overton County News, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Livingston Family Healthcare, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital. Our sponsors for this season is the captains for the Upperman Bees over across the way as they are getting ready to come out for the coin toss. Captains for Upperman, number 2, Terrence Dedman. Number 79 for the Bees, that is Bo Harrell. And also number 10 for Upperman, that is Jason Bush for the Bees under head coach Adam Kane and the coaching staff of Upperman. Kind of like they do with basketball. They've got 10 or 11 coaches over there, which makes it so much better when you've got that many assistant coaches to help out with your program. That will really help a program build throughout the year as the Upperman Bees make their way onto the field, dressed in the all-white, the white helmets, white jerseys, white football pants, black numbers, the gold trim around the numbers for Upperman. A little classic uniform by the Upperman Bees here tonight as we wait for Livingston Academy to come out onto the field as clock beginning to tick down to 0 here as the Wildcats still haven't come out for the coin toss. The officials will be going after them in a minute if they don't come out pretty quickly. As not sure what the delay is here for Livingston Academy. Wildcats will be without Jake Hughes tonight. Jake injured an ankle against Watertown last week. He is not dressed, will not play tonight, so just another in a long line of injuries that the Wildcats have had to battle with this season as Jake Hughes becoming one of their go-to offensive players. And he played a little running back last week, even spelling Lachlan Hammock, so they will miss Jake as he won't be in the roster tonight. Captains for Livingston coming up to midfield now as it looks like it's going to be the seniors for Livingston Academy as they are all making their way up to midfield. It'll be number 12, Lachlan Hammock. Number 88, Logan Johnson. Number 4, Josh Ramsey. Also, number 80 for the Wildcats, that is Kyle Blodgett. Number 68, Rory Peer. Number 69, Chase Harris. Also, number 79, John Langley. And number 13, Nathan Kogel, the captains for tonight for Livingston Academy, as they are dressed in the home blue, the gray football pants, the white helmets for Livingston Academy, as the captains meet there at the center of the field for the coin toss right there on the L.A. Boy, you can tell we have gotten to fall, though, and had some chilly nights. Watertown's field last week, it looked just like this with the Bermuda grass fields. They die about this time of year, and that's what this one has done here at Livingston Academy, all brown here tonight. That just means you're late in the year in high school football, as These two teams, big rivalry matchup whenever they get together in any sport. As the toss was won by Upperman, they have deferred to the second half. So Livingston will receive the football. We'll take this break. We'll come back. We'll have the opening kick from here at Livingston Academy in just a moment.
Shoot Poston. I went to Rickman Elementary School, and I play defense and wide receiver.
Jackson Sims, DB and receiver, and Rickman.
Jenkins, quarterback, Alex Elementary.
My name is Lennon Shaw. I play tight end and
Ready, lined up over there as they're getting ready to get their kick team out there. Livingston will be on offense to start as the Wildcats went with Adrian Jenkins at quarterback last week at Watertown. We'll see who they send out to start tonight, whether it will be Jenkins or Brody Coffey getting the start again. The lights flash here at Livingston Academy as the Wildcats take the field here at the new Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Be sure to stay tuned at halftime as we're going to have the recognition of the 1992 Livingston Academy football team, the first team to win a playoff game here at Livingston Academy back in 1992 as they defeated Harriman in that matchup. Upperman will be kicking to the end zone. The end zone to our left as it will be the Bees to kick off. Out there to kick for Upperman will be number 14. That is Sebastian Stanfield to kick for the Bees. Let's see who Livingston drops deep to receive. It's going to be Carson Parrott. Of course, Jake Hughes is normally the other return man, but tonight it's going to be Brody Coffey back there to return the kick for Livingston. Kick will be on this near side. We'll take a hop to Parrott at the 20 to the 25, up near the 30-yard line. Going to be just shy of the 30 where the Wildcats will on offense for the first time tonight as they'll have the first possession just underway here at Livingston Academy. Happy to have you with us for our live coverage, Week 10 of the Livingston Academy football season. As the Wildcats get the play call from the near side to get this one underway, it is going to be Jenkins at quarterback for Livingston Academy. He's joined in the backfield by Lachlan Hammock, senior for the Wildcats. Johnson, the tight end to the right side. Handoff will go to Hammock, straight up the middle. Short gain there. He'll wedge his way forward for a yard, maybe a 2-yard gain on the run by Hammock, but not a lot there as the Upperman defense closing in very quickly, led by big number 34 there for Upperman. He's the one that was at the top of the pile to make the tackle. McKinley Youngblood there for the Bees. As it will be also in on the tackle, number 62, Evan Briggs, but a 2-yard gain for Lachlan Hammock will set up a 2nd and 8 now for the Wildcats offense. Jenkins, the freshman quarterback for Livingston Academy, gaining his 2nd start at quarterback, will take the snap. He'll hand off to Hammock, tries to bounce it outside, but there's nowhere to go. In there to wrap him up quickly is Luke Nelson, along with Elijah Petty there for the Bees. He'll lose a yard on the play. And it'll set up a 3rd and 9 now for the Wildcats offense, the 31-yard line. They scrimmage from the hash mark on the right side, does Livingston Academy. As They line up in a passing down now at 3rd and 9. 4 wide receivers, 2 go to each side for Jenkins. Adrian will take the snap, has pressure, throws deep on this near sideline, trying to connect with Ramsey, but he's out of bounds, so the pass will be incomplete. That's going to set up a 4th and 9 now for the Livingston offense. So Jenkins will stay out there to punt for Livingston Academy, as he is also the regular punter for the Wildcats. Upperman going to get a return man deep, as dropping back to receive the punt will be the tight end, number 10, Jackson Bush. Dropping back to receive the kick from Jenkins. Snap is good. Kick is away. Going to be a short one. It will bounce at the 45. Bush takes it on a hop. Returns it to midfield. Knocked out of bounds there at midfield. As there to knock him out of bounds, Brody Coffey, along with Kyle Blodgett there for Livingston. Short return, though, or a pretty good return. Going to take it into Livingston territory down to the 48-yard line, where Upperman will start on offense. They'll be led out by the quarterback, number 3, Jonathan Rushing. He's joined in the backfield by Terrence Dedman and a fullback, Ian Cox. But a penalty marker down on the play is going to be a block in the back against Upperman, so that'll back them up. So many times you see that now in every level of football, so that 15-yard penalty, well, actually from the spot of the foul, going to back them up to the 33-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bees from the 33. Rushing takes the snap. Has time. Rushing going deep down the middle, trying to hit Bush. Makes the adjustment, makes the catch. It's a pretty catch by Jackson Bush there for the Upperman Bees. It was a low throw, and he's able to pull it in and make the catch for 29 yards on the reception for the Upperman tight end, as he'll pick up the first down on the first play from scrimmage, taking it down to the 38-yard line of Livingston Academy. Pretty good coverage there by the Wildcats secondary, but they had their back turned to the quarterback. Bush able to look back at the quarterback and see where the ball was. Made the adjustment on the low throw and able to make the catch. Here's a handoff inside to Dedman. Dedman bounces it outside and will get across the 35 down to the 34-yard line, maybe the 33. Seth Smith there to wrap him up, but not before a 4-yard gain, a 5-yard gain for Terrence Dedman on his first run of the night. It'll set up a 2nd and 5 now for the Upperman offense, but they're inside the 35 of Livingston Academy. Bush splitting out wide to the left. He's joined over here by number 19, a new wide receiver, Branson Turnbow. The wide receiver split out left. The H-back is on the right side for the Upperman offense. Handoff will go to Dedman. Dedman tries the outside. He'll break a tackle, takes it across the 30, and he's going to be very close to a first down. Will depend on the spot here as to whether or not he's got it, and he might be close enough for a measurement as the official comes in and looks and says it is a first down, so they'll move the chains. Needed the 28, got just inside the 28, so it's 1st and 10 for the Bees. Clock running with 8:45 to play in the first quarter. Upperman, after forcing a 3-and-out from Livingston Academy, their first possession here of this contest, as they line it up right in the middle of the field for Upperman. Jonathan Rushing will fake the handoff. Comes on a little bubble screen. Wide receiver breaks free to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and all the way down to the 1-yard line will go number 11. That is Jaleric Cullum with his first catch. He'll take it for 26 yards and a 1st and goal for the Upperman Bees. Just a little bubble screen on this near side, and Cullum able to take it down the sidelines with good speed and set up a 1st and goal for Upperman from the 1-yard line. The Bees line it up there in their goal line offense. Rushing stays in the shotgun with Dedman to his left. Handoff will go to Dedman. Dedman off the left side walks in for the score for Upperman. Takes it in from 1 yard out as Upperman goes in front with 7:56 to play here in the first quarter. And the Bees take an early 6-0 lead with the extra point attempt to come for the Upperman kicker. As same man that kicks off, Sebastian Stanfield, to attempt the extra point for Upperman. Snap is good, kick is down, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 7:56 to play in the first quarter, Upperman strikes early. They lead it 7-0 over Livingston Academy. Let's take a moment here to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, W&O Construction, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines Family, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital. We ask you to go to our YouTube page, subscribe to our page. We have a lot of people that watch us that is not subscribed. Doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, just helps us grow our channel, and we'd appreciate if you would go and subscribe to our page. Help us continue to carry these live events for you as Stanfield the kickoff. Little different approach to the kick that time, but Parrott will take it at the 11, to the 20, to the 25, and going to be wrapped up at about the 26-yard line as Upperman there to take him down on a good open field tackle there by the Bees as he tried to spin away from one defender, but there to wrap him up was Elijah Petty for Upperman. But the Wildcats will start this drive at their 26-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Livingston Academy. Very easy to subscribe. Just go to YouTube, click on that subscribe button, and you'll receive notifications as to when we're going to be broadcasting. We've got a couple of grade school basketball games coming up for you next week as Parrott will go in motion. Jenkins will take the snap, throws it to Parrott on a little bubble screen over on the far side, but there's nowhere to go. Parrott just slung to the ground by Terrence Dedman, and he will lose yardage on the play, it looks like, on his first catch. Loss of a yard on that play, and an aggressive tackle by Dedman there for the Upperman Bees, but it's 2nd and 11 now for the Wildcats offense as they line it up from the 25-yard line now does Livingston Academy. Jenkins with Hammock behind him. Upperman in a 4-3 defensive set. Essentially, they're a 4-2 with 5 defensive backs for the Upperman Bees. The deep safety for Upperman. Jenkins takes the high snap. He's got pressure, gets away from it. Jenkins on the roll, going to throw to the near side, but throws it out of bounds. Jenkins just avoiding the sack will throw that one out of bounds and set up a 3rd down and 11 now as Upperman got quick pressure up the middle of the field. As I think that was number 9, Clayton Harris, coming in from the defensive tackle spot there on the left side of the defense, able to get right in the face of Jenkins and make him roll out. Jenkins throwing it away to avoid the sack, got it out of bounds here on the near side. So 3rd and 11, you expect a blitz here from Upperman. They change up a little bit, go 3-4. Here do the Bees with the stand-up defensive end. They've only got 2 linemen with a hand down right now. Jenkins takes the snap, steps up in the pocket. Jenkins wanting to run, now will throw, gets it complete on the far side. Coffey will make the catch, but it's going to be a short gain on the play as it was Brody Coffey making the catch. He'll pick up about 6 on his first catch of the night and set up a 4th down now for Livingston Academy. Call it 4th and 5. So Jenkins will stay out there to punt. Jackson Bush deep to receive. Good pressure, but Jenkins able to avoid it. Bush will play it on a hop. Bush to the 40, tries to get outside. Watzel took that away, and they'll tackle him at the 45-yard line. Good job by Watzel, just closing down the edge as he tried to turn it upfield, as that was Caden Watzel. They're making him turn it back in, and Colin Watzel was waiting there to make the tackle for Livingston Academy. But again, good starting field position for Upperman as they start this drive at their own 45. They had the football at the Livingston 48 to start their last drive, but a penalty backed them up to the 33, and they were able to take it 67 yards to score on 5 plays. Now they start this drive at their own 45-yard line. Jonathan Rushing will bring the man in motion jet sweep, hitting the backfield, able to break a tackle, but then gets free and picks up 5 yards. Will be Jaleric Cullum on his first carry of the night, as Cullum will gain about 4 on the play. He takes it up to the 49. There is a penalty marker down on the play. Going to be a hold against Upperman. So this one's coming back. It happened right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard downfield, so they'll back it up to the 36-yard line where it's going to be first down again, but a 1st and 19 for the Upperman offense. So a couple of penalties early against Upperman. The first one on a punt return. Now this one backs them up behind the chains as we're halfway through the first quarter with Upperman leading 7-0 here in Livingston. Rushing will take the snap. He'll hand off Dedman. Dedman has a hole. Dedman tripped up at the 45. Good open field tackle there by Brody Coffey. Coming up to wrap up Dedman there at the 44-yard line where they'll bring him down. Gain of 8 by Dedman, the man that scored the touchdown for the Upperman Bees. Jaleric Cullum set it up, though, for Upperman on a good reception, taking it down to the 1-yard line and did a lot of it on his own. You talk about yards after catch. Cullum, with that 26-yard reception, probably got 24 of those after he caught the football. Here it's 2nd and 11 from the 44-yard line for the Upperman offense. Rushing, 2 for 2 in the first quarter. Both passes over 25 yards. Rushing, pump fake. He's going deep. He's got a man out there, little underthrown, but making the adjustment and making the catch is Cam Bush. Bush will pull it in for the reception. Another first down for Upperman as they take it from the 44-yard line down to the 25-yard line. So a 31-yard gain for Cam Bush and a first down for Upperman, their 4th first down of the night. So he's completed passes of 26, 29, and 31 for 86 yards in the first quarter. Has Jonathan Rushing. He's got his team down at the Livingston 25-yard line with a first down and 10, their 4th first down of this game. Cullum in motion. They'll hand it to him on the Jets. No, they fake it. Rushing will keep it. Rushing takes it inside the 20 and all the way down to the 18-yard line will go Jonathan Rushing. He'll pick up 7 on his first carry of the night and set up a 2nd down and 3. So Rushing getting involved in the running attack now for Upperman. Just another threat for the Bees if he's able to do that. 2nd and 3 here for the Upperman offense. They split Bush out to the right side. Cullum coming wide to the left. They've got a slot receiver over on that far side as well. That's actually Cullum over there. Rushing, wanting to throw near side to Bush. Bush, little contact in the end zone, and Bush will catch it for the touchdown. 18-yard reception for the TD for Jackson Bush, and Livingston has a player down. That's Carson Parrott. Bush with his 2nd catch. 2 catches, 47 yards. This touchdown coming with 4:16 to play in the first quarter, and Carson Parrott down on the field for the Wildcats. Parrott, they're down there working with him with the injury. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to Livingston Academy in just a moment.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care, close to home, Livingston Regional.
Carson Parrott up the sideline is Livingston Academy, so looks like it may be a pretty serious injury to Parrott here as they're not allowing him to put any weight on his leg. The extra point attempt is going to be blocked. Oh, it's going to be good. I couldn't see it there as I was looking down on the sideline as Sebastian Stanfield will knock through the extra point for the Upperman Bees as they extend the lead to 14-0 as Carson Parrott continuing to look and see the situation with him as they help him over here to the sideline. Working on either a leg or ankle, an ankle or knee it looks like there they're working on Parrott. And they help him over here to the near side as he was the man in coverage on that reception by Jackson Bush and may have just gotten into the grass down there that's a little greener on that side. Upperman to kick off as it will be Sebastian Stanfield to kick. Stanfield hits this one on the far side. Bounces free from Watzel. He'll pick it up at the 20. Trying to return up across the 25. And will be tackled short of the 25. He'll be down at about the 22-yard line where Livingston will start. Upperman's had the football twice. They've scored 2 touchdowns. Have the Bees. Livingston still looking for their first down of the night. Ramsey and Coffey come wide to the right here for Livingston Academy. Watzel going wide to the left for Adrian Jenkins. Well, that is Watzel in motion from right to left. There's Coffey over there on the far left. Those jerseys bunch up, and a penalty marker is going to be thrown. It's going to be a delay of the game against Livingston. With 4:08 to play in the first quarter, they'll see that one backed up behind the chains, as it will go for 5 yards on that penalty. They'll back it back to the 17-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Wildcat offense. Upperman walks up an extra defensive lineman on this near side. As they show blitz, they'll hand off to Hammock. Hammock gets through that first wave and gets it across the 20. Up close to the 22-yard line, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll gain about 5 on the carry and set up a 2nd and 10 now for the Livingston offense. As Hammock with his 3rd carry for 6 yards now in this first quarter as we move under 4 minutes to play here in the first. Jenkins will take the snap. Hands off Hammock. Slips in the backfield and tackle for a loss. Lachlan tried to make the cut to the right side when he planted that left foot. Just slipped out from underneath him, and he'll lose a yard back to the 21. So they'll back him up with that play, and it'll be a 2nd and 11 now for the Livingston offense. 3-4 alignment for Upperman. 4 defensive backs now as they walk in an extra linebacker. Jenkins now will take the snap. Pressure coming. Jenkins' pass going to be caught up at the 30-yard line. And the receiver just shy of the first down, Caden Watzel, there to make the catch. Going to be close to a first down. Be about a 10-yard gain on his first catch. But we'll have to wait and see. It looks like it's going to be a 4th and 1. He's a yard shy. Livingston going to go with that jumbo formation to try to convert this first down. Hammock late gain onto the field for Livingston Academy. He's going to run the Wildcat as Lachlan Hammock. Snap bounces away from him. Ball is loose, and Upperman's got it. Upperman falls on it. They'll get the turnover. Will the Bees is stepping in to recover it will be Upperman, and they'll take over after the fumble and the turnover by Livingston Academy. Tried to run the Wildcat, and a little confusion pre-snap, and they couldn't handle the snap, and the fumble and the recovery by Upperman will give them the football at the Livingston 26-yard line with 2:18 to play here in the first quarter. The Bees with Jonathan Rushing running the offense and doing a very good job. Rushing takes the snap. Rushing throws far side. It's going to be caught over on that far side. Now it was incomplete. Incomplete on the far side. He tried to hit Cullum over there. First miss of the game for rushing. So it'll set up a 2nd and 10 now for the Upperman offense. He's now 4 of 5 in the game is rushing. Over 100 yards in this first quarter. Rushing takes the snap. He'll keep it right up the middle. Big hole. Rushing to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Upperman. Jonathan Rushing, 25 yards on the ground to score his first rushing TD. He's thrown one. He's ran for one. And Upperman extends the lead with 2:02 to play in the first quarter as they move in front by a score of 20-0. Sebastian Stanfield on to attempt the extra point. He's 2 for 2 on extra points today. Snap down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:02 to play in the first quarter, it is Upperman 21, Livingston Academy 0. Remind you, if you're watching live, go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as that will help us grow the channel and help things to be brought to you more often here on Overton Events. As I start to say, if you're watching live, we've got elementary school basketball for you coming up next week on Tuesday. We'll be up in Allens when the Allens Lady Hawks and Hawks will play host to the Tigers of Livingston Middle School and Lady Tigers. That one will begin around 6 on Tuesday night. Then on Thursday, we'll be up on the mountain at Wilson as Hillham travels up to Wilson to take on the Wilson basketball teams. We'll be there. That one gets underway just a little after 6. They're going to play both Bantam games. We'll be on the air with the varsity games on Thursday of next week. Of course, the Wildcats, this will be their final football game of the season. Stanfield, the kick to this near side, is going to be taken by an up man. Bounces free. They recover it. They're at the 25, up to the 30, and up near the 35-yard line will go that return man for Livingston Academy, as that is number 7 on the return for the Wildcats. Jackson Bowles with the return for Livingston. They will give him the 35-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for Livingston with 1:55 to play in the first quarter, with Upperman leading 21-0. Jenkins, the quarterback for Livingston. Upperman flipping their defense around just a little bit. Jenkins from the pistol will take the snap. Jenkins, little wheel route, going to be knocked away and almost intercepted as Upperman's Cam Bush jumped that route, little wheel route, trying to hit Hammock coming out of the backfield. Jenkins threw it before Hammock had turned around. The only player with a chance to make a play on the ball was Cam Bush, and he couldn't pull in that interception. If he does, he could have went the distance, but it falls incomplete and sets up a 2nd and 10 now for Livingston. Wildcats have it at their own 35-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Livingston. Hammock did look open, but it would have had to been more of a lofted pass as they bring Weitzel in motion. Handoff will go to Hammock, straight up the middle. Hammock falls forward, will gain 5 up to the 40-yard line. Good job keeping the body momentum going the right direction. He gets all the way out to the 40 to set up a 3rd and 5 now for Livingston. Very early, but maybe 4 down territory here for Livingston if they can get half of this. 5 yards on 3rd down. Jenkins gained the play call from the near sideline. 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats offense. Weitzel in motion. Jenkins, straight drop, rolling out to his right. Jenkins looking downfield, setting up. He'll throw, pass deflected, intercepted. Picked off by Upperman. The Bees have it in Livingston territory, and they may go. On the return is Ethan Polk, and he will be tackled inside the 15-yard line down at the 11. Will go the interceptor, Ethan Polk, as they force the 2nd turnover of the first half. Polk with the pick. Livingston does avoid the pick 6. There's a penalty marker down upfield. We'll have to check that. He may have stepped out of bounds on this near side. That's going to be a face mask against Livingston. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. They'll move it down to the 6-yard line, where it'll be first and goal for Upperman. So back-to-back drives by Livingston have resulted in turnovers by this Upperman defense, and they've got a chance to punch in a 4th touchdown here in the first quarter with the clock stopped with 47 seconds to play in the first quarter. Upperman with a first and goal. They get up to the line of scrimmage. And whistle's going to stop play, and Upperman's going to take a timeout. Livingston will take the timeout. The official pointed Upperman's way. Upperman had gotten a receiver over on that far side that Livingston didn't see. They kind of slipped him off the sideline, and it was late for the Livingston defense to pick him up over there, and the coaching staff able to use the timeout. He was wide open over on that far side if they continued to play, but the coaching staff saw it. They called the timeout and take their first one of this first half with 45.5 seconds. They ran some time off the clock, so they may have to put some time back. Not sure anybody noticed that, but it's at 47.3. It's now at 45.5. Looks like they're going to just leave it at that and run the first and goal from the 6-yard line. Timeout called by Livingston. And while we're watching our live events here, they use their first. Bees leading 21-0 here in the first quarter. Call it the 5-yard line where the football is. First and goal from the 5-yard line. Rushing from the shotgun. Rushing. Fade pattern on this near side. Going to be caught. Touchdown, Upperman. Branson Turnbow with the 5-yard touchdown reception for the Bees, as Turnbow will make his first catch from 5 yards out on a pretty little fade pattern for the touchdown. So they turn that into quick points. Does Upperman. The first play after the turnover, they just do that little fade pattern in the end zone on the left side. And Branson Turnbow there to make the catch, and it will be Sebastian Stanfield to attempt the extra point. Places down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Upperman adds 7 more as they force back-to-back turnovers. Have the Upperman Bees, and they have capitalized on both, adding 14 points quickly as the Upperman Bees extend the lead to 28-0 here in this matchup with Livingston Academy. As Upperman recovered a fumble, they took that one in, then got a pass interception that they were able to return all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looked like Ethan Polk might take it in to score, but Livingston able to keep him out of the end zone to avoid the pick six. But the next play by the Upperman offense, they just lob it into the end zone and get the score to go ahead 28-0. And we've still got 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Bowles, Coffey, and Weitzel drop deep to receive the kick from Stanfield. Sebastian Stanfield. Impressive leg on field goals by the Upperman kicker in warm-ups. Stanfield hits this one on a little end-over-end kick. Coffey will take it at about the 8. Coffey to the 20. Tries to turn the corner to the 25 and steps out of bounds. Will they throw a flag? The crowd wants one, and now they will. And they may throw that one on the Livingston sideline. They wanted a late hit. I think they're going to get one of the Livingston coaches here. We'll wait and see. There was contact out of bounds. Wasn't excessive. But I think they're going to get one of the Livingston coaches for unsportsmanlike conduct. That is the call, unsportsmanlike conduct against Livingston Academy, so that will back them up 15 yards. So they'll be back inside the 20-yard line down to the 18. Coach Flatt asking about the hit out of bounds. Pleading his case for his player and coach here. Not happy with the reply he's getting from the official. There was contact out of bounds. There was an excessive contact out of bounds. Coach Flatt trying to plead his case here, but the official's not really listening, but they do call the penalty against Livingston, so that'll back them up 15 yards. So instead of starting at the 33, they'll start at the 18 with 31 seconds to play here in the first quarter. It will be a 1st and 10 from the 18. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Could be seeing the last play of the first quarter here. Jenkins takes the snap. 5-man rush. Jenkins going to throw deep. Trying to hit Coffee. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looked like Coffee had it for a second. Looked like Turnbow had it for a second. Then the ball pops out of both of their hands and falls incomplete to set up a 2nd down and 10. It was just a jump ball, 50-50 ball here on the near side. Both had a chance to get to it, but it falls incomplete. And going to set up a 2nd and 10 now for Livingston Academy. Wildcats at their own 18-yard line, right in the middle of the field as Jenkins trying to go deep, but Turnbow had good coverage for the Bees. Coffee working the wide side of the field on the left. Man-to-man coverage over there by Upperman. Jenkins hands off to Hammock, and there's nowhere to go there in the middle. Lachlan might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more. And that will be the last play of the first quarter as Upperman in complete control of this one through 1. It's the Bees 28, Livingston Academy 0. We'll take this break. We'll come back to Livingston in just a moment. Live events here. Let's take a moment to ask you to do a little something for us if you don't mind. We would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube page. Just click on the YouTube icon at the lower right-hand corner. Once you click on that, that will pull up the YouTube page, and it will pull up a subscribe button. It will be red. Just click that subscribe button. Won't cost you anything to subscribe. Never will cost you anything to subscribe. That's just a vote of confidence, vote of support for our page to help us continue to grow and to help us continue to be able to bring you these live streams of different events here on Overton Events. We'd appreciate it if you go subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing so, and we are really grateful that you're watching our Overton Events channel. The second quarter, Upperman dominating the stats just like they're dominating the scoreboard. 161 yards of total offense for the Bees through 1 quarter, 4 touchdowns. They've held Livingston to only 10 yards in the first quarter, so the Bees controlling both sides of the line of scrimmage. They have forced 2 turnovers, recovered a fumble, got an interception, turned those turnovers into points, and Upperman in complete control at 28-0 here in this Region 4 4A matchup, as they are still playing for a chance to be the number 1 team in the region. Still a lot of different things that can happen. So I won't try to explain everything because I can mess that up. You know how that is. So it's 3rd down and 10 now for the Livingston offense. They'll send 3 wide receivers to the left side, 2 to the right as they go 5 wide with Jenkins. Hammock, the man in motion. Jenkins takes the snap, throws to Hammock, coming out of the backfield, and it's underthrown and incomplete. That'll set up a 4th and 10. Will Livingston keep the offense out there? First play of the second quarter. I didn't think they would. They waited for a moment But now they send the punt team on as Jenkins will stay out there to punt. But Upperman should come out of this with great field position. Jenkins to punt. Jackson Bush deep to receive the punt. Snap is good. Kick is away. Short kick. Bush will let it hit. He'll play it on a hop dangerously and be tackled after about a yard gain. But he took a risk playing that one. Over there making the stop for the Wildcats is Braden Story for Livingston Academy. But Bush hit just as he got to the football. And that's always dangerous on a punt return, that it can be knocked out of there. But Story able to hold on, and Bush able to hold on after the Story hit. And Upperman will take over at the Livingston 39-yard line, where they'll have it 1st and 10 at the hash mark on the left side. Jonathan Rushing has thrown for 109 yards in the first half and 2 touchdowns. He has rushed for 32 yards and a touchdown for the Upperman offense. Rushing takes the snap. Rushing play action, throws near side, pass caught at the 30. Down to the 25-yard line is going to go number 27. That is Carmine Phillips with his first catch for the Bees. He'll take it down to the 25, so that's a 14-yard gain and their 5th first down in this first half. Phillips coming off the bench for Upperman, able to make that catch and get a good gain out of it all the way down to the 25-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. This Bees offense clicking in this first half. Rushing takes the snap. He'll hand off to a new running back in there. Short gain on that play, as it'll be Livingston there to wrap him up with Deacon Allred there to tackle the Upperman running back. That is Ethan Polk on the carry. He'll pick up about 2 on his first carry and set up a 2nd and 8 now for the Upperman offense. Inside the 25, knocking on the door of the red zone again. Rushing still has only missed 1 time. He's 6 of 7. Rushing, hands off to Polk. He gets a big block on the edge, tries to stiff arm Watzel, will be able to do so and take it for a first down. As Rushing takes it from the 23 all the way down to the 7-yard line. 16-yard run for Ethan Polk, and another first down for the Upperman Bees. It'll be a 1st and goal from the 6. That stiff arm able to get him to the edge. One of those pulling guards for Upperman, leading him over on that far side. 1st and goal, Upperman. I said the 6-yard line. It's the 8-yard line they're at. 1st and goal for the Bees. They bring a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Polk. Big hole on the left side. Polk will walk in for the 8-yard touchdown run. And just like that, Upperman's right back on the board. They score it with 10:15 to play in the first half on that run by Ethan Polk, as he takes it 8 yards for the score. And a chance to make this 35-0 with Stanfield coming out to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Jonathan Rushing. Rushing able to play that snap a little to his right. Gets it down. Stanfield's kick is up and good. And the Upperman Bees move in front by a score of 35-0 with 10:15 to play in the first half. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors: Exit Rocky Top Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines family, Bullseye Security, Hall Funeral Home, Livingston Dairy Queen, Maynard's Automotive, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, First Church, E.B. Gray Jewelry, R&M Family Pharmacy, W&O Construction, Overton County News, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, and Puckett's Family Dentistry. Stanfield to kick for Upperman. Livingston dropping Watzel along with Coffey and Bowles deep to receive the kick. Stanfield has been busy tonight. He'll kick this one deep. Watzel going to play it at the 10-yard line. Watzel looking for a lane. Runs into a blocker and going to be wrapped up at about the 22-yard line. Caden Watzel ran into the back of Brody Coffey trying to block for him on this near side, and he'll be tackled right there. They'll spot him at the 22, where it'll be a 1st and 10 for Livingston. Wildcats have it right in the middle of the field. Upperman scoring the touchdown to take the 35-0 lead. Livingston with Jenkins, the freshman, at quarterback. Lachlan Hammock, the senior, behind him in the pistol formation. Logan Johnson lined up as an H-back on the left side, right behind the left tackle. They'll fake it to Hammock. Pass intercepted. Picked off by Upperman. To the 10, to the 5, to the goal line. The pick 6 for Cam Bush. Bush has his 2nd interception of the game, 3rd turnover, and the pick 6 by the Upperman Bees. But the officials stopping play here, as there is a penalty marker down on the play. We'll wait and see. They may take this touchdown off the board. Don't think they're going to take the interception off the board. It's a dead ball, personal foul against Upperman. The touchdown is good, so it will be assessed on the kick. And Upperman will attempt the extra point. So quickly, Cam Bush takes in the pick 6 with 9:55 to play. The Upperman Bees go in front 41-0 with the extra point coming from Stanfield. Stanfield 5 for 5 on extra points in this first half. Out of the hold of Rushing. Places down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 9:55 to play in the first half, it is Upperman 42, Livingston Academy 0. We'll take this break. Be back to Livingston in just a moment. Live event.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Penalty against Upperman, going to force them to kick off from the 25-yard line as they'll back it up there where Stanfield will kick for the Bees. Didn't see what the personal foul was. If they get it against the Bees, it may have been something on the sideline over there after the pick 6. But Stanfield will kick off. Hits this one pretty well. Coffey, no, it goes off the hands of Bowles. Now Coffey will pick it up. Coffey to the 35. Tries to cut it outside, finds a lane. Coffey to the 45, across midfield and all the way down into Upperman territory to the 48-yard line, where he's brought down by Elijah Fitz for the Upperman offense. Rather, for the Upperman kick coverage team. So the Livingston offense will start this drive on the Upperman side of the field. First time they've been across midfield in this game. That happens with 9:46 to play in the first half. As Jenkins gets the play from the sideline. Pistol formation with Hammock behind Jenkins. 4-man front for Upperman. They shift to this near side of the field. They'll bring Coffey in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Coffey giving ground. Coffey can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Tried to give ground to gain the edge there on the jet sweep, but Upperman just kept stringing it out, and they're going to tackle him all the way back at the Livingston 47. Going to be a loss of 5 on his first carry of the game and set up a 2nd and 15 now for the Wildcat offense. But the Wildcats have it at their own 47. Negative play by the Upperman defense on first down. They've been able to do that a lot tonight to force these behind the chain situations for Livingston. Jenkins, the freshman, takes the snap, hands off to Hammock. Hammock straight up the middle, and will get it back to midfield, maybe to the 49-yard line of Upperman. He'll get back 4 that they lost on the previous run. So it's going to be a 3rd and 11 now for the Livingston offense from the 49-yard line of the Bees. There's a penalty marker down. It'll be a personal foul face mask against Upperman. So that'll be 15 yards tacked onto the end of the run. So that will be the first down of the game for Livingston. They'll get it by way of the penalty, as it will move the football down to the 36-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Livingston Academy as the personal foul face mask, the 15-yard variety, will move it to the 36. That'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats from that point. As we said, their first down of the game. Jenkins from the pistol. Jenkins hands off Hammock. Hammock hit at the line of scrimmage, able to wedge his way forward for a gain of about a yard on the play, as he'll take it down to the 35-yard line, straight dive out of that single running back set. Of course, no fullback to block out of that set, and it'll be a 1-yard gain for Hammock, moving it down to the 35-yard line. Jenkins with 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 going right for the Livingston offense. Jenkins, snap to his left, able to pull it in, dumps it off complete to Coffey. Coffey now trying to shake free, but he's going to lose yardage back to the 40-yard line, as that will be a loss of 5 on the play for Brody Coffey. Like I said, they held Livingston to 10 yards in the first quarter. It's actually 25 for the Wildcats in the first quarter. Jenkins from the pistol. Will take the snap. 4-man rush. Pressure. Sacked. There just to fling him down will be number 9, Clayton Harris, for the Upperman offense. As Jenkins a little slow to get up. A little wobbly getting up, as they'll spot him down at the 47-yard line. Going to be a loss of 7 on the sack by Upperman's Clayton Harris. And the punt team coming on 4th and 20 for Livingston Academy. Jenkins will stay out there to punt it away, as we're halfway through this second quarter, with Upperman leading by a score of 42-0. Snap is good. Kick is away. Short punt. They'll pick it up at the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30, and knocked out of bounds just beyond the 30-yard line by Brody Coffey is Jackson Bush. Whistle stopping play and a penalty marker down on the play at the 34-yard line. Let's check this one out, as they meet there at the 34-yard line. Heard some of the officials coming in saying that they're not from this association. So a different area that these people officiate. There's going to be an illegal block in the back against Upperman, so that'll back them up. Move it back to the 19-yard line, actually the 18-yard line. They'll spot it down, maybe even the 17. So they'll back them up all the way to the 17-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bees after the block in the back. Like Upperman's got a new quarterback out there for the Bees. That is number 8. Bronston Chaffin, the new quarterback. He's going to run with it to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, all the way up to the 48-yard line is going to go Chaffin. And he comes into the ball game with a big run as he'll go all the way up to the 48, but a hold is going to bring it back. Holding against Upperman, going to bring them back as Bronston Chaffin, a 6'3", 185-pound freshman. Hold happening about 4 yards downfield. So it'll back them up. They say it actually happened at the line of scrimmage, so 1st and 20 for the Upperman offense. Livingston's already gotten some new players out there in the secondary. Chaffin going to try to run again. He'll work it on the far side, but there's nowhere to go as Livingston's going to tackle him after a short gain. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play. Actually a 2-yard gain, they say. Maybe a little more than that. So 2nd down to about 16 here for the Upperman offense. 5:25 to play in the first half. Upperman leading 42-0 here at Livingston Academy on senior night. Seniors recognized in the pregame. They're also going to have a recognition of the 1992 playoff team that played here at Livingston Academy. They got the first ever playoff win in the history of the program. Handoff will go inside to a new running back for Upperman. They'll bounce it outside, trying to break free. Can't do so, as that's going to be running the football again, number 27. There for the Bees. On the carry is Carmine Phillips once again. He'll pick up about 3 on the play. And set up a 3rd down and 13 for the Upperman offense. They're in no hurry with the play clock at 28. 3rd and 13 as they'll get the play call from the far side. Again, still no hurry here as they've got plenty of time. Maybe even going to use a timeout here. And they will. Upperman facing this 3rd down. They're going to take a timeout to try to get the play they want on 3rd and 13. Livingston Academy football coming up. Livingston Academy basketball coming up in the month of November. The Livingston Academy Wildcats will play on November the 17th down in Salina. It's going to be a boys game only. We'll be there at 6 p.m. for the telecast of that one. Then on the 19th, 4 games from Clark Range High School beginning at noon up at Clark Range on November the 19th. As the Lady Wildcats will begin play on the 19th up there at Clark Range. We'll be there for those as well. So basketball on the high school stage not far away. Grade school basketball coming up next week with Livingston Middle School traveling up to Allens and Hillham traveling up to Wilson. The Livingston-Allens game will be on Tuesday. The Hillham-Wilson game will be on Thursday. Teams break the huddle after the timeout. Chaffin still out there, rolling to his right. Chaffin throwing deep. Overthrown as he tried to get Bush on the fly pattern. And Bronston Chaffin showing the arm strength right there as he just let that one rip. 40 yards in the air, but it will fall incomplete and set up a 4th down and 13, the first punt of the night for the Upperman Bees. They'll punt with 3:57 to play here in the second quarter. Coming out to punt for Upperman will be number 2, Terrence Dedman, the punter for the Bees. Dedman will get this one away. Pretty good pressure by Livingston Academy. It'll be a short punt, and we'll be down at the 38-yard line. So the Upperman punt, a short one, and Livingston will take over at the Upperman 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from there. As Jenkins coming back out for Livingston Academy. $42-0 here at Livingston Academy. Upperman leading. Trying to close out the region with only one loss. Trying to close out the regular season with only one loss. They come in 8-1. Jenkins takes the snap. Has pressure. Jenkins trying to roll away from it. Ball is knocked loose. Livingston will try to scramble to it. Who has recovered? It will be recovered by Livingston Academy. As they're falling on it will be Gage Hoffman to get the recovery. They'll spot it where it was actually stripped free. They may have said that Jenkins was down. Going to be a loss of 9 on the play. And will be a 2nd down and 19. As that was Clayton Harris in there for Upperman. Almost forcing another turnover just with the strip sack. Jenkins will bring Johnson in motion. Takes the snap. Hands off Hammock. Hammock will get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard before Upperman's there to wrap him up after a very short gain. That'll be 3rd and long now for the Livingston offense. 2:40 to play here in the first half. Upperman's already forced 3 turnovers in the game, a fumble recovery, 2 interceptions, all of those turning into points. And they lead it 42-0. Play clock at 20 as Livingston started to break the huddle. Now they will come up to the line of scrimmage. Jenkins will bring Johnson in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. Johnson tries to turn it up, but there's nowhere to go as the Upperman defensive end over there to wrap him up. That's Harris again. And Johnson going to lose a couple back to the 49-yard line on his first carry, and a punt here for Livingston as they'll punt it with 1:45 to play here in the first half. I don't think Upperman's going to try to add anything to it, though. It would depend on what happens after this punt, I would assume. Jackson Bush deep to receive the punt, but before they get away, whistle stop play. It'll be an offsides against Upperman. So that'll move it down to the 39-yard line, but will still be a 4th down and 11 for the Livingston offense. Actually, they move it to the 44. 5-yard offside penalty. So a 4th and 16, so the punt team stays out there. Snap to Jenkins. Pressure. Jenkins will get it away. Bush will get away from it. Going to be a short punt. It'll take an Upperman bounce. As it hit at about the 21, bounces all the way back to the 29, where Upperman will have it 1st and 10 with 1:14 to play in the first half. So the Bees will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 29. Continuous clock coming up in the second half. As Upperman to the line of scrimmage. Chaffin, the quarterback for the Bees. Bring a man in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep, coming to the near side. Breaks a tackle. Cuts it back inside. He's got open field. Chaffin going down to lead him that way. That's number 13 on the carry. That's Elijah Fitz. Fitz gets a block from Chaffin, takes it in, and scores the touchdown from 71 yards. Elijah Fitz to the end zone for the touchdown. And Bronston Chaffin leading the way down there, getting all the way down in front of him to make the key block at about the 5-yard line to get him into the end zone, and Upperman with a chance to put 49 on the board here in the first half as Stanfield to attempt the extra point. Rushing gets it down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 57 seconds to play in the first half, Upperman extends the lead to 49-0. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have the kick from Livingston Academy in just a moment.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care, close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Upperman with the long touchdown run by their third running back, Elijah Fitz, a 5'6", 140-pound freshman, able to take it 71 yards for the score for the Upperman Bees. They have a new kicker out there, it looks like, for Upperman. That's number 77, as he will kick off. Line drive kick will be fielded at the 16-yard line by Livingston Academy. They try to get to the edge. They will get to the edge as the ball comes loose. Watzel fumbled it. It's loose, and I think Upperman's got it. I think that Upperman has forced the turnover. They still look at the pile there. Officials haven't pointed. Now they do. Upperman's got it. Turnover by Livingston will be their fourth. Second fumble. The new kicker was number 77, Braxton Speck, for Upperman. And the Bees will have the football, 1st and 10 at the Livingston 36-yard line with 44 seconds to play in the first half. So Upperman forcing another turnover, the third Livingston turnover in the first half of play. Chaffin, as they're just going to take a knee right here. They're going to line up in the victory formation, just take the knee to get out of this first half as Chaffin kneels it down. They'll have to take one more snap. They may not, as that's under 40 seconds. So that will take us to halftime. Again, stay with us. We've got the presentation of the 1992 Livingston Academy State Playoff team as the Wildcats got the win over Harriman in the opening round of the playoffs. The first ever playoff wins, that 1992 group, a group of the players that really got the run by Livingston Academy going, that was highlighted by a 2005 state championship by Livingston Academy, a win over David Lipscomb in the state championship game. We are at halftime with Upperman leading 49-0 as we're going to send it over to our PA announcer, Mike Johnson. He'll have what is going on here as we'll continue here at halftime with our coverage. We'll have the Livingston Academy band coming up after the presentation here at halftime on Overton Events. Before we go, though, we'll take a moment to say thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, W&O Construction, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines Family, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, and Livingston Regional Hospital. We now go to Mike Johnson for our halftime presentation.
Recognize the 1992 Livingston Academy football team. It has been 30 years since this team last suited up in blue and white and took the field as Wildcats. The 92 team, coached by head coach Terry Melton and assistant coaches Danny McCoy and Steve Robbins, is considered one of the greatest teams in Livingston Academy football history. They were the first LA team since 1953 to give up less than 100 points during the regular season. They were the second LA team to finish the regular season with a 9-1 record, which secured back-to-back district titles for the Wildcats. They were also the second LA team to ever reach the 10-win plateau. The 92 team was able to secure that 10th win by defeating Harriman in the first round of the TSSAA playoffs by a score of 24-8. This was the first playoff win in Livingston Academy football history. The senior members of the 92 football team went to the playoffs all 4 years, won the first playoff game in school history, and won 2 district titles. The LA offense that year was led by senior quarterback Clark Mitchell, who threw for over 1,700 yards and 16 touchdowns. Unfortunately, Clark, now Colonel Mitchell, was unable to attend tonight's recognition due to his duties with the United States Marine Corps. The majority of Mitchell's completions in 1992 were to fellow senior Matt Swallows, who finished the season leading the Wildcats in catches, yards, and touchdown receptions. The rushing attack for the 92 Wildcats was led by seniors Greg McDonald and Curtis Hayes. They each had over 100 rushing attempts on the season, and McDonald finished with over 1,000 rushing yards. The running backs were able to gain all those yards due to the stellar play of the LA offensive line, which was anchored by senior center Jacob Carwile. Not only was Carwile an excellent offensive lineman, he was also pretty good on defense as well. He led the 92 Wildcats with 122 tackles that season. Carwile would return to LA as an assistant coach in the early 2000s. Sadly, Jacob passed away in 2010. At this time, please join me in a moment of silence in remembrance of Jacob Carwile. Thank you. Other standouts on defense for the 92 team were senior linebacker Jamie Sales, who recorded 20 tackles for loss and 7 of the team's 15 total sacks. The LA defense grabbed 13 interceptions that season, and Curtis Hayes and Barry Webb led the defense with 3 interceptions each. The defense that season was truly a force to be reckoned with. Members of the 92 football team who are present tonight include head coach Terry Melton, assistant coach Steve Robbins, players Chris Farmer, Matt Swallow, Barry Webb, Greg McDonald, David Ledbetter, Steve Mosley, James Robbins, Mark Gall, and Kevin Coffin. And now, for your viewing pleasure, here are a few highlights from the 92 season.
Touchdown, Livingston Academy. Matt Swallows, 75 yards. Wildcats knocking on the door. Do the touchdown against Rook. Les Moreland, quick throw to the left side. It's caught by the Swallows. Makes a couple of steps and is in the end zone for the touchdown for Livingston.
Three-man defensive front by Oneida. Hayes goes in motion. The pitch goes to McDowell. McDowell turns it outside. McDowell, touchdown. 16. And Mitchell. Mitchell looking at Williams this time in the corner of the end zone. Williams open. He's got it. Touchdown. Livingston. High formation. He'll give on the draw to McDowell. McDowell runs to a tackle in the backfield. Gets the ball. And it's in. 6 yards down. Bring up second down and 10 now. McLean is the quarterback. The give to the fullback. Fumble on the play. Livingston has it. Jamie Sales recovers this fumble for the Livingston Wildcats. Rosette behind Mitchell. Handoff will go to Hayes. Hayes has the corner. Curtis Hayes, touchdown, Livingston Academy. Wide receivers go to the left side. Guys like Livingston may take a shot into the end zone here and then might set up for a field goal attempt. Play action to Hayes. Pass completed the flat to McDonald. Greg McDonald down the sideline. High stepping into the end zone. Livingston takes their first lead, 13-7. Tight end to the right side is David Ledbetter, and now Greg McDonald becomes the third wide receiver on the left side. Quick pop completes the Swallows. Wallace cuts it inside and the first down. Wallace pass steps into the end zone. 15 yards out. His second touchdown. 4 down lineman for Smith County. They blitz. They send the middle linebacker. Mitchell rolls away from it. Going deep. Man is there. It's Williams. He's wide open. Race to the end zone. 11-10. He is in. Touchdown. With the hurry up. Mitchell to throw into the corner, swung under the complete for the touchdown. High formation behind Mitchell. Mitchell hands to Hayes up the middle of the field, and he's in for 5 yards out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the 1992 Livingston Academy football team. The Livingston Academy Spirit of the Wildcats Marching Band would like to present this year's show, which is In a Heartbeat by Luke McMillan. Watch as the story unfolds and the band brings the music alive with many interesting moves that will incite your imagination to go to new places. The band is under the direction of Mr. Greg Dingwall and assisted by Mr. DJ Roberts. The band is under the field direction of drum major, senior Sky Jordan. Band officers, seniors Nick Emmerich, Dakota Bilbrey, Cole Story, and Lily Beeson. Juniors, Madison Thomas, Raven Patterson. Soloist tonight is Cade Story on tenor saxophone. We would also like to say thank you to all of our band boosters and supporters. Drum major Sky Jordan, is your band ready? you may take the field.
Livingston Academy Band performing at halftime here at Livingston Academy. While we've got a moment, let's look at some first half stats. First of all, for the Bees of Upperman High School, they end up with a total of 278 yards in the first half. Does Upperman, as they were led in rushing by Elijah Fitz. 1 carry, 71 yards and a touchdown with 57 seconds to play in the second quarter. It is 2 carries, 32 yards and a touchdown for Jonathan Rushing. 3 carries, 26 yards and a touchdown for Ethan Polk. 4 carries, 19 yards and a touchdown for Terrence Dedman. 3 carries, 3 yards for Brendan Chaffin. 1 carry, 3 yards for Carmine Phillips. And 1 carry for 1 yard for Jaleric Cullum to give them their total of 155 rushing yards. Throwing the football, Rushing has completed 6 out of 8 in the first half of play for 123 yards. And 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for the Upperman quarterback. They're led in receiving by Jackson Bush. 2 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. 1 catch, 31 yards for Cam Bush. 1 catch, 26 yards for Jaleric Cullum. 1 catch, 14 yards for Carmine Phillips. 1 catch, 5 yards, and a touchdown for Branson Turnbow to give them their total of 278 yards in the first half of play. They picked up 6 first downs. Upperman did not turn the football over in the first half. The Bees defense has held Livingston to 3 yards of total offense in the first half, -7 on the ground, 10 in the air for the Wildcats offense. Livingston being led in rushing by Lachlan Hammock. 9 carries, 16 yards for Hammock to lead Livingston. 1 carry, -2 yards for Logan Johnson. 1 carry, -5 yards for Brody Coffey. 2 carries, -16 yards for Adrian Jenkins to give them their total of -7 rushing yards in the first half of play. Jenkins has completed 4 out of 11 passes in the first half. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions for the freshman quarterback. 1 catch, 10 yards, Caden Weitzel. 2 catches, 1 yard for Brody Coffey. 1 catch, -1 yard for Carson Parrott, who left the ball game with an injury in the first quarter. That gives them a total of 10 passing yards and a total of 3 yards of total offense in the first half of play. Wildcats picked up 1 first down. They turned the football over 4 times in the first half, did Livingston Academy. Let's take this break. We'll come back. We'll have more from here at Livingston in just a moment.
Close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care, close to home, Livingston Regional Hospital.
Halftime just winding down as they still have the 2 minutes up there for the mandatory stretching and everything here before we get ready to start the second half. Livingston Academy trying to bounce back from this 49-0 Upperman lead at the half as the Bees have put up 49 points. The most that Livingston's given up this season, the 49 points to Upperman here at halftime. And Upperman did play their backup quarterback, the last 2 or 3 drives. But he looks like a athlete for Upperman, so they're not going to be hurting. Jonathan Rushing is only a junior, so Chaffin will get another year learning behind Rushing. We've still got about 1 minute, 20 seconds. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get the second half started from Livingston Academy right after this.
Events here. Let's take a moment to ask you to do a little something for us, if you don't mind. We would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube page. Just click on the YouTube icon at the lower right-hand corner. Once you click on that, that will pull up the YouTube page, and it will pull up a subscribe button. It will be red. Just click that subscribe button. Won't cost you anything to subscribe. Never will cost you anything to subscribe. That's just a vote of confidence, vote of support for our page to help us continue to grow and to help us continue to be able to bring you these live streams of different events here on Overton Events. We'd appreciate it if you go subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing so, and we are really grateful that you're watching our Overton Events channel.
Ready to start the second half here at Livingston Academy as the Wildcats and Bees squaring off. Thank you for joining us here on Overton Events. Thank you for joining us on Twin Lakes Television, Channel 951, for the final football game of the 2022 season for Livingston Academy. Wildcats huddled around Coach Dale Flatt over on this near side. Upperman huddled around Coach Kane over on the far side as it will be Upperman to get the football to start the second half as Dylan Watson coming out to kick for Livingston. His first action of the night for the Wildcats as Upperman will drop their return team deep. Dedman dropping deep for the Bees, along with Jaleric Cullum. So Terrence Dedman, Jaleric Cullum, deep to receive the kick from Dylan Watson, as he'll kick it for the Wildcats. Continuous clock here in the second half as soon as it is kicked off, with the 49-0 Upperman lead. Watson kicks this one away. Good kick. Backing Dedman all the way up to the goal line, and he will bring it out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Dedman to midfield. Makes Watson miss. Dedman a foot race down the sideline, and he will go 99 yards for the touchdown for Upperman on the kickoff return. Terrence Dedman, if he returned it, he couldn't go in the end zone, so it had to be a 99-yard return for Terrence Dedman, as Watson had a chance over on the far side to slow him down. Dedman made him miss and then just took it the distance. 99 yards for the score for the Bees. So they've scored defensive touchdowns tonight. They've scored passing touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, now a special teams touchdown for Upperman as Stanfield to attempt the extra point. Takes the snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And Livingston has given up 50 now. More than 50 for the first time since 2010, according to Sports Information Director here at Livingston Academy, Mike Johnson. Last time they gave up more than 50 points was 2010 against Anderson County, and now have given up 56 here to Upperman. Still 11:38 to play in the third quarter. And Livingston will receive the kick. See who they send out to kick off this time for Upperman. They had Stanfield doing it, and then brought in a different kicker, number 77. Kicked the last time, Braxton Speck, but this is number 73, Carlos Quintera, to kick for the Upperman Bees. So Quintera will be the third kicker they use here tonight. Quintera pops this one up in the air. Fair catch called for and made over on the far side as Braden Story over there making the fair catch for the Wildcats. And Livingston will have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Hash mark on the left side. Let's see who Livingston sends out offensively. Adrian Jenkins coming back out for the Wildcats. Looks like the starting offense is going to be out there at least for this series for Livingston Academy. Upperman has brought in their second defensive unit. So Jenkins joined by Hammock in the backfield for the Wildcats. Jenkins takes the snap, hands off to Hammock. Hammock hitting the backfield, able to wedge his way forward for a short gain, a pickup of a couple for Lachlan Hammock. Up to the 37-yard line. Trying to go off that left side, but Upperman pretty good penetration that time by the Bees. So 2nd and 8 here for Livingston Academy. 5-man front for Upperman. 5-3 defensive set, 2 defensive backs as Livingston's got a bunch formation of wide receivers over on that far side. Handoff will go to Hammock, breaks a tackle, takes it across the 40, up to about the 42-yard line. Going to be a gain of 5 on the play for Lachlan Hammock, and set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd down and 3 now for the Livingston. It is 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats offense. 6-yard gain on that play for Hammock to set up the 3rd and 2. We're under 10 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter with the continuous clock going here at Livingston Academy. 56-0, the Upperman lead here at Livingston. Jenkins will take the snap. He'll hand off Hammock. Hammock hit right at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be short of the 1st down. It'll be a 4th down now for the Livingston offense from the 44-yard line. They needed to get to the 45, about a half-yard shy of that 1st down, as Livingston bringing Deacon Allred and John Geist on the field. Also, John Hill checking in for the Wildcats offense, that jumbo formation. On this 4th down and short, they're going to split Jenkins out as a wide receiver to the left side. Hammock will run the Wildcat out of this formation. Hammock will take the snap. Before he does, though, penalty stop play, and a timeout going to be called, I think, by Livingston. We'll wait and see here. It's not. It's going to be a sideline warning against Upperman. Sideline warning against the Bees. So no penalty there. The second one will be a penalty against Upperman. Somebody too close over on the far side. So 4th down and less than a yard. They stay in that Wildcat formation. Hammock to take the snap. Lachlan will get the 1st down across midfield, pushing the pile backwards down to the 47-yard line. Lachlan will take it for 10 yards on that carry, and a 1st down for the Wildcats, only their 2nd 1st down of the game. The other one they got back in the 1st half was due to a penalty against Upperman. So that 1st down here coming with 7:48 to play in the 3rd quarter. Clock continuing to run on the continuous clock. Hammock going to stay in the Wildcat formation. They'll snap it to him. Hammock across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Short gain that time for Lachlan. A pickup of about 3 on the play. We'll set up a 2nd and 7 now for Livingston Academy. We'll go back to that regular formation as they bring the jumbo formation out for Livingston Academy. 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats offense. Jenkins back at the quarterback spot. 3 wide receivers. Jenkins will take the snap. He'll hand off to Hammock. Bounces outside. Lachlan turns the corner across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Looks like he may be about a yard short of the 1st down. He needed 8. He got 7. And it's going to be a 3rd and 1 now for Livingston Academy. 3rd and 1 from the 37-yard line. They need to get to the 36 for the 1st down. 2 downs to pick up that 1st down. Hammock lined up behind Jenkins in the pistol. 2 wide receivers to this near side. 2 wide receivers work the short side of the field on the far side. Jenkins will take the snap. He'll hand off to Hammock. Has the 1st down. Hammock bounces outside. Breaks a tackle. Hammock to the 30, to the 25, and wrapped up at the 24-yard line. They'll say he moved all the way down to the 21 where he's brought down. Gain of 16 on the play for Lachlan Hammock, and another 1st down for Livingston Academy. As they move the chains down to the 21-yard line, we're halfway through the 3rd quarter with Upperman leading by a score of 56-0. Jenkins from the pistol. Upperman shows blitz on this near side. Jenkins brings Coffee in motion. Jenkins will take the snap. He'll hand off to Hammock. Nowhere to go up the middle this time for Lachlan Hammock, just getting back to the line of scrimmage. Stopped right there, where it'll be a 2nd and 10 now for the Livingston offense as Upperman selling out to try to stop that run. Leading the way there, Roman Massey. Massey, 5'6", 250-pound senior for the Upperman Bees. They're clogging up that middle for Upperman. Got a pretty big defensive line out there right now with this second group. We'll talk about that in just a minute as Jenkins splits out five wide receivers here. Man-to-man coverage all over the field for Upperman. Jenkins takes the snap. Jenkins rolling to his left. Jenkins now will throw on the move. Was it caught? It bounced in, incomplete over on the far side. Has also on that defensive line for Upperman right now, number 60, Colin Stockman. He's 6'1", 250. And number 77, Braxton Speck. He's 6'4", 275. So they go 250, 250, 275 on their second line, defensive line. So they don't lose a lot size-wise. They'll say it's 3rd down and 11 for Livingston. That last carry by Hammock, a loss of a yard. New wide receiver in there for Livingston, Kyle Blodgett, going wide to the left for the Wildcats. Upperman shows blitz again on 3rd and 11. Jenkins takes the snap. Jenkins has pressure. Jenkins rolling to his left, throws on the move. It's going to be caught over on the far side by Livingston Academy. Making the catch over there, Brody Coffey for the Wildcats. As he'll pick up 6 on the reception. And it will set up a 4th down now and 5 for the Livingston offense. 4th and 5 for the Wildcats. From the 16-yard line. Jenkins from the pistol. Possession down here for the Livingston offense. Jenkins will take the snap. Jenkins throws. Crossing pattern complete. Coffey will score the touchdown for Livingston Academy. Complete to Brody Coffey. 16 yards for the touchdown for the Wildcats as they're on the board with 2:58 to play in the 3rd. So the shutout is gone as Adrian Jenkins with the touchdown throw to Brody Coffey for the Wildcats. Dylan Watson to attempt the extra point for Livingston Academy. Snap is good. Place is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:58 to play in the 3rd, it is Upperman 56, Livingston Academy 7. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Midstate Construction, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, the Raines family, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, W&O Construction, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Livingston Dairy Queen, and Hall Funeral Home. Those sponsors making it possible for you to see these live broadcasts here on Overton Events. Go out and patronize them, their goods and services. Let them know you appreciate being able to see these live events here on Overton Events and on Twin Lakes Television, Channel 951. Also streaming on the Overton County News homepage, on our homepage at overtonevents.com, and on our Facebook page at Overton Events. Links to these broadcasts on all of those is Watson to kick off, Dedman, and Cullum deep to receive. Last time Livingston kicked, Dedman took it 99 yards. Watson kicks it away from Dedman. Cullum will catch it at the 8. Cullum to the 15, to the 20. Cullum trying to go up the right side, turns it upfield, and will take it up across the 35 up to about the 38-yard line, where he's going to be wrapped up there by Livingston Academy. Short gain on the play. Jackson Bowles looks like the player to make the stop, along with Colin Watzel for Livingston Academy. It'll be a 1st and 10 Upperman at their own 37-yard line where the Bees will take over. Quarterback still going to be Bronston Chaffin. Running back is going to be Carmine Phillips for Upperman. They're in no hurry getting up to the line of scrimmage. Clock runs here with the 56-7 score. They're going to huddle back up. Let the play clock run down a little bit. Chaffin from the shotgun with Phillips to his left. He'll hand off to Phillips. Phillips cuts it back in the middle and takes it up to the 40-yard line. Short gain on the play for Carmine Phillips. He'll pick up 3 on his second carry of the night for 6 yards. That'll be a 2nd and 7 now for Upperman. 2nd and 7 for the Bees from their own 40-yard line. Again, they're going to burn every bit of that 40-second clock. Let as much run down in this game clock as they can. It sits at 1:20 to play here in the third quarter. They're in no hurry with the huge lead. Chaffin will line them up now. Again, Phillips to his left on 2nd and 7. Chaffin takes the snap. He'll hand off to Phillips. Phillips up near the 45-yard line. He's going to be pulled back there. They'll say he got to the 45 on his forward progress. He'll pick up about 6 on the play and set up a 3rd and 1 now for the Upperman offense. They may not have to run a play. I don't think they will here in the third quarter. 35 and 33, so the play clock about 2 seconds more on it than on the game clock, so Upperman won't run a play here in the third quarter. Each team scores in the third. It was 28-0 at the end of the first quarter, 49-0 at the end of the second quarter at halftime, and now at the end of 3. It is Upperman 56, Livingston Academy 7. We'll take this break. We'll come back to Livingston Academy right after this.
Live events here. Let's take a moment to ask you to do a little something for us, if you don't mind. We would love to have you subscribe to our YouTube page. Just click on the YouTube icon at the lower right-hand corner. Once you click on that, that will pull up the YouTube page, and it will pull up a subscribe button. It will be red. Just click that subscribe button. Won't cost you anything to subscribe. Never will cost you anything to subscribe. That's just a vote of confidence, vote of support for our page to help us continue to grow and to help us continue to be able to bring you these live streams of different events here on Overton Events. We'd appreciate it if you go subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing so, and we are really grateful that you're watching our Overton Events channel.
Ready to start the fourth quarter here at Livingston Academy. Upperman with the football, 1st and 10 at their own 3rd and 1 at their own 45-yard line. Handoff will go to Phillips. He's got his first down across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Carmine Phillips will pick up 4 on the carry. Upperman only picking up 9 yards in that third quarter, but they did get the touchdown on the 99-yard kickoff return. That will be their first down, coming with 11:42 to play in the fourth quarter. Bronston Chaffin, the freshman quarterback for Upperman, replacing Jonathan Rushing, the junior quarterback. Carmine Phillips, the running back, again, burning all the time they can, just standing there waiting for that play clock to run down. Chaffin now will take the snap. He'll fake to Phillips. Chaffin going to run off the left side. Chaffin gets a block on the edge to the 40. Chaffin going to be brought down at the 31-yard line. 21-yard run for Bronston Chaffin on the carry there for Upperman. He's got 4 carries, 24 yards for the Upperman backup quarterback, and it's a 1st and 10 Upperman at the Livingston 32-yard line. They move the chains, 4 more downs for Upperman to run here on this drive. Chaffin again from the shotgun. Chaffin takes the snap. He'll hand off to Phillips. Phillips going to be knocked out of bounds over on the far side. Large group of Wildcats over there to push Carmine Phillips out of bounds. He'll have a short gain on the play, pickup of a couple for Phillips, and set up a 2nd and 8 now for the Upperman offense as they move the football down to the Livingston 30-yard line. B's going to go to 9-1 with a win here tonight. They lock up a home playoff game next week. Still with a chance to be the 1 seed. They do know they'll be at home next week in the opening round. Chaffin waiting on the snap there in the backfield. Will take the snap. He'll hand off to Phillips. Phillips across the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. Short gain there for Carmine Phillips. Pickup of about 3. We'll set up a 3rd down and 6 for Upperman. Gage Hoffman in there on the tackle for Livingston Academy. 3rd and 6 from down at about the 27-yard line. Bronston Chaffin takes the snap. New running back in there for Upperman. He'll pick up short yardage on the play down near the 25-yard line. That's number 36, Walter Kane, 5'11", 155-pound freshman. He'll gain about 4 on his first carry. And it'll set up a 4th and 3 now for Upperman. 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. They can take it down to about 7.5 before they have to snap the football on this 4th and 3. Big right tackle there for Upperman. Caden Durham, 5'8", 300-pound sophomore. That might be a good spot to go for this 4th down attempt here. They'll hand off to Phillips back in there, and he'll pick up the 1st down. Oh, that's 27. That is Phillips. He'll pick up the 1st down, taking it down to the 18-yard line. Gain of about 7 for Carmine Phillips, and a 1st down for Upperman. So a 1st down for the Bees at the 18-yard line of Livingston. Upperman just methodically trying to see this time run out here in the 4th quarter. Chaffin still in no hurry. Takes the snap. Hands off the running back off the left side. Penalty marker down is on the carry. Phillips again for Upperman. Penalty marker down on the 1st down carry. It'll be holding against Upperman. Happened right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll back them up to a 1st and 20 for the Bees. We're halfway through the 4th quarter with Upperman leading 56-7 here in Livingston. They move the football back to the 29-yard line. It's 1st down to about 22 for Upperman, so the hold happened a couple of yards deep in the backfield. Chaffin on 1st and long for the Bees. He'll bring his tight end in motion, move him to the right side. Low snap. They'll hand off to Phillips, trying to turn the corner. Phillips Makes one man miss at the 30. Spins free of a tackle at the 25. Finally going to be brought down at about the 22, where he is tackled there by Livingston Academy. Gain of 7 on the play for Carmine Phillips. We'll set up a second down and 13. Second and 14 for the Upperman offense. They've gained about 8 on that play. Second long for Upperman as we're under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Chaffin. H back to the right side. They'll bring him in motion. Number 36, Walter Kane, moving over to that left side. Chaffin will keep it himself. Chaffin with Phillips blocking downfield. Chaffin turns it up. Chaffin going to be close to a first down, and I think he's got it as he takes it inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Pickup of 15 on the play for Bronston Chaffin. And the first down for Upperman, first and goal for the Bees. Be first and goal from the 9-yard line. Let's see if they slow down this offense a little bit. We move under 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Five seconds on the play clock. Chaffin will hand off to Kane, taking it inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. See, that wasn't Kane. That was a different running back there for the Bees, but he stopped just short of the goal line at the 2-yard line, where it's second and goal now for Upperman. We approach 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Bees with the chance to break 60 here tonight against Livingston. Mike Johnson telling us the last team to score 60 against Livingston was Austin East back in the mid-2000s. Phillips in the backfield with Chaffin. Kane in motion. Snap a little to the right. They'll hand off to Phillips. And that last push might have got him there, and it did. Carmine Phillips will score the touchdown for Upperman. They'll score it with 2:38 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Bees will go over 60 as they lead it now 62-7 with the extra point coming from Sebastian Stanfield. Trying to go 9 for 9 on extra points is that Stanfield. That may be a new kicker out there. It is number 73, Carlos Quintera, to attempt this extra point. Snap is good. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Upperman extends the lead to 63-7 with 2:38 to play in the fourth quarter. We'll take this break. We'll come back for the final 2:38 right after this.
Live events here. Let's take a moment.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Fourth quarter as Quintera will come out to kick off for Upperman. The Bees going to close the regular season at 9-1 with a big win over their rival Livingston Academy Wildcats. Livingston dropping Weitzel and Coffey along with Jones back to receive the kick. Coffey will see it bounce by him. Coffey will go back to pick it up at the 13. Coffey to the 20. Coffee going to be pushed out of bounds by Cam Bush there for Upperman, as the Wildcats will have possession. They'll have it at the 23-yard line, call it the 22-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10, Livingston Academy. Wildcats will take over there. Clock running under 2 minutes now here in Livingston. They start the play clock now. Jenkins at quarterback for Upperman, directing traffic there in the backfield with a lot of new players out there right now for Livingston Academy. Play clock under 10 now. Jenkins will take the snap. He'll hand off to a new running back there for Livingston. As it will be carrying the ball, Gage Hoffman for Livingston Academy. Hoffman will pick up about 6 on the carry for Livingston. So Gage Hoffman gained the carry. It looked like for the Wildcats. Lachlan Hammock back there now for Livingston. Jenkins to throw. Jenkins going deep on this near side. It's going to be behind the intended receiver. Tried to hit Kyle Blodgett on the deep fly pattern, falling incomplete. That'll set up a 3rd down now for Livingston with 40 seconds to play here in the 4th quarter. Wildcats will run one more play. Jenkins will hand off to Hammock. Hammock right off the right side. Lachlan to the 30. Cuts it back in the middle of the field. He'll have a 1st down. He'll pick up 6 on the carry. And a timeout going to be called by Livingston. Wildcats will take the timeout with 9 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. I don't think they're going to actually take the timeout to, they are going to call the team over to talk on the sideline. 56-7. Livingston wanting to get one more play out of this here as they use the timeout. Upperman just leaving their team out there. They're content to try to let the time just run out. .3 to play here in the 4th quarter. Officials trying to hurry the huddle up here by Livingston Academy a little bit. Livingston Academy maybe. Now they are sending 3 wide receivers over to the right side, 2 wide receivers to the left side for Adrian Jenkins. Jenkins will take the snap. 3-man rush. Jenkins going to throw deep down the middle of the field, trying to hit Hammock. It's going to be knocked away by Upperman, incomplete. And Livingston will take a timeout, but the officials won't recognize it. Time will run out, and it is a final as they try to call timeout, but I think the officials decided it was time for it to be over, and the clock will show zeros on the board. Your final score, Upperman 63, Livingston Academy 7. That's going to wrap it up for us here at Livingston Academy. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. As again, your final score is Upperman 63, Livingston Academy 7. For Tyler Maxwell, this is Craig Cantrell.